Mrs. Lewis here. We are on EOC Prep number 2, Living Organisms, number 2. And we are on the third section, cells, questions 21 through 32. So question 21. A. Cells have characteristic structures and functions that make them distinctive. For example, organelles are the membrane-bound structures found in eukaryotic cells that play important roles such as maintaining homeostasis and aiding in cell reproduction. All of the other answer choices listed are actually types of organelles. Question 22. A. All cells have a cell membrane. The cell membrane separates the cell's internal environment from the external world. Cell membranes are constructed of proteins and a lipid bilayer that includes phospholipids. The cell membrane controls the movement of materials into and out of the cell, and it also contains receptors for signaling substances such as the hormone epinephrine. Remember the cell cities that you made. Question 23. D. Plant cells, not animal cells, have a cell wall made of cellulose fibers to help the plant stand upright or have a good turgor. Chloroplast, where photosynthesis takes place, and a large vacuole. The plant's large vacuole fills with stored water, and the pressure exerted on the plant cell wall by the water-filled vacuole also helps the plant stand upright. Many other organelles, including ribosomes, Golgi bodies, and endoplasmic reticulum, are found in both animal and plant cells. Number 24. B. Organelle 1 is the endoplasmic reticulum. It's responsible for storing ions, creating and storing steroids, and synthesizing and packaging proteins. Question 25. D. The cell's nucleus acts as the control center of the cell, directing the cell's growth and development. It houses the genetic material of the cell, and this material must be duplicated before mitosis. One form of cell reproduction can occur. Question 26. A. Both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells possess DNA constructed from the same genetic code, for example, the same 4 nucleotides, A, T, C, G. However, eukaryotic DNA is linear. It's organized into chromosomes and packaged in nuclei for greater efficiency, whereas most prokaryotic, not all, but most, prokaryotic DNA is circular and free-floating inside the cytoplasm. There are a few cases in which prokaryotes possess linear DNA, but this is more the exception than the norm. Both cells also possess ribosomes, which enable them to perform protein translation. Number 27. C. The nucleus contains the instructions for making proteins. The DNA inside the nucleus directs the cell's growth and development by having the cell produce certain proteins when they are needed. Number 28. C. In chloroplasts, organelles only found in autotrophs such as plants, algae, and cyanobacteria. Carbon dioxide and water are transformed into glucose and oxygen when solar energy excites electrons in chlorophyll. 30. C. The cell wall is composed of proteins and a carbohydrate called cellulose. Cell walls are found in plant cells, as we've already talked about. So cell membrane is found in both animal and plant cells, and it's composed of proteins and lipids, and it's semi-permeable to ions, water, and other biomolecules. Since animal cells do not need to be as rigid as plant cells, they don't possess cell walls. The lack of a cell wall also allows animal cells to take on a variety of shapes and become more specialized than plants. Question 32. A. Mighty mitochondria are often referred to as the main power source of a cell. That's because of mitochondria's ability to break down glucose and other food molecules in order to produce energy. That energy is released by mitochondria. It was stored in ATP molecule. Without mitochondria, cells would not be able to generate energy to perform cellular work, and cellular death would be the result. You are at the end of the cell stage. See how many you have correct out of a possibility of 12.